here. It's about an inch above the binder. That's okay.
Well, no, sometimes it does get closer.
Yeah.
When I'm leaning over, when I'm hunched over more.
Right. Well, you'd have to.
I'm sorry. Left overhead.
So what you're saying is if there's some kind of adjustment where you could just push that thing up on the collar holder, but then it would change the position of the front too.
The issue with adjusting is that one thing affects another because of the snap lock, and if there was some way to, just move it up or just move it down, that might be good.
Mm-hmm. Like in a vertical plane.
Right, so it can move in one plane, like, independently of other.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Anything else, Phil?
Well, I guess as long as we talk about the importance of getting in the right spot, because right now it works, but it's not perfect, and if it's not perfect, it makes my mouth tired really quick. Like I can already feel it.
Mm-hmm.
Just after using it for 5 minutes. So a lot of times it's hard to spend the time to get it in the right spot, which means I can't use it for real.
Mm-hmm.
But it is possible to get in the right spot. It just takes time.
Mm-hmm. So is there anything you could think of a way that could make it quicker to get it in the right spot?
Well, only if we could store it in some way that was, stayed in a very similar position.
Mm-hmm.
The problem with that is that it does need to be different when I'm forward and back.
Mm-hmm.
But if we could store it in a way that was at least kept it close, like when we first put it on me, it was really far off.
Mm-hmm.
So if we could get it in the same position every time to start with, then we'd start to be able to learn what part specifically to bend to get it how I want it.
Mm-hmm.
So I can take it out of the box every time and have it be here, and when I'm leaning forward, bend a little bit that way, a little bit to the right, or whatever,
Right.
and then when I'm back, then the other way.
Right.
But we don't want a big bulky case.
Right. Or if there was some kind of thumb screw kind of joint, or some kind of joint that could be folded. That's
Without
exactly the,
missing
yeah, right. Okay, I'm going to shut this off. My arm's getting tired. And we're going to switch to the headset model thing we've been experimenting
Which
with.
isn't complete, but it's...
Here's an adapter from the ventilator tube to the 1/4-inch ID silicone tube. I think it's 1/4-inch ID 5/8 OD silicone tubing, a thinner walled silicone tubing that we've been having trouble finding. Somebody gave this to us from Breathe, a guy named Bob at Breathe Technologies, but we haven't been able to get in touch with him to find out exactly what this adapter is. So if this looks like anything that you guys know about, that'd be great to find out where we can get more of these. Okay, now we're taking pictures of Jesse taking this apparatus off Phil's neck to show you how the difficulty in getting it off without moving the snap block. So you want to demonstrate that?
Sure, yeah,
Do the best job you can. So first we can rotate the mouthpiece like that. That's pretty easy. And then, so Jesse, can you hold up that neck thing there? So one of the things I was thinking as a possibility is like where Jesse has his hand in the middle of the thing. If there's some way we could put a hinge in there where it could just open up wide, it would make it a lot easier to get off.
Yeah, because I guess kind of pry it open to get it around his neck
Mm-hmm.
without scratching him too much.
That might
Right.
stretch the thing though, maybe.
Right, so I don't know if you guys have any mechanisms or parts that could do that kind of thing. Or alternative ideas. Okay.
There
There we go.
Okay, this is another apparatus that we try to design. It's made from a Shure microphone stand, and we can get you the model number.
Headset,
if you want.
microphone
In fact, we might have microphone headset. And basically the idea here was if we could attach something to his head, then we wouldn't have to readjust it when he moves forward and backwards. And and sometimes he shakes his head forward and backwards, so if it's attached to his head, it would still maintain the adjustment. So we put together this thing. I actually added these foam pads to the side because they were pressing pretty hard. And the actual...
Another thing to mention is that we're using the wire instead of the snap lock because the snap lock was too heavy. Without the thing, the microphone holder isn't, I mean the headset isn't that tight, so it's, you can't have too much weight on it, otherwise it'll be off position.
Correct.
And that's a lot lighter.
And this little part here is actually part of the original headset microphone holder that we're just using to connect the wire to. So, and actually here again we have silicone tubing into some adapters. This L barbed adapter actually I got in a hardware store, and this is just the edge of one of those dental suction things. And then it just goes in his head like this. And
no, we never had adjusted right, and adjusting it involves bending this stiff wire that you really can't. It takes pliers and stuff.
Yeah. Well, no, actually we could just rotate it in. What?
I thought we had it close.
I thought we had it pretty close too.
Oh, well.
There, how's that?
Oh.
Well, let me connect up the silicone
Bounces.
tubing.
It's pretty
Yeah, I think.
bouncy.
Oh, okay. So
coming up
here I need to connect it up to this. Yeah, we only have one of
pulling it
these.
too hard.
Huh?
You're pulling it too hard.
Don't what?
You're pulling it too hard.
Okay, well I'm just trying to connect it up now, so let me just get it on here. Okay.
But I think with the setup we can probably, if we adjust it,
Okay.
spend the time adjusting, we can get it in the right spot. Although it is pretty wobbly, which could be a problem.
Right.
I don't think we've ever officially used this.
Not for any length of time, no. And I don't have my pliers here.
You look for pliers yesterday.
Huh?
You look for pliers.
Oh yeah, I need 2 pairs. Actually, you do
Is it
have
worth
2
turning
pairs.
on?
Huh?
Is it worth turning on? I don't know.
I don't know, is it close enough to position?
I can use it for a minute, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if there's any purpose in doing that right now.
Yeah, well I could get the, I guess we could stop the video. Phil, explain. Oh wait, Nancy!
So the problem with this is that I think we spent, last time we spent a couple, like at least an hour or two trying, making adjustments, trying to get it in the right spot. And you can see we didn't quite get it there. So, I mean, the idea is maybe we'd spend a lot longer bending this into place, and maybe it would work if we can make sure it doesn't bend. But I'm not sure if we can do that. And if we're spending all the time on this new setup, maybe we want to see if there's any other, if we're approaching it the right way.
Yeah, and also because of how loose the headset is, this really has to be quite lightweight.
And it kind of bounces.
Yeah.
As I move my head.
Right. So this is really still in the developmental stage here. We haven't really used it for any length of time, but it would be great if we could get something that would attach to his head.
And that's going to be a lot more flexibility that I can move my head around without having to worry about any of this. Now, another issue with this is that it is kind of like in my vision, which, if it came, like the neck setup comes more from underneath, so it's not in my vision that much. This kind of sticks out and it's right in my face.
Well, I
But
think
that might be an adjustment thing.
yeah, I think if once adjusted, this angle here would come in a lot closer. It might not be in your
More like
vision.
the other setup.
Yeah. Well, no, that would be this one. If I could bend this, if I had to, I don't really have my tools here now, but if I could bend it in a little more, it might.
You should do it with it off me.
Yeah. See, these pliers these aren't good pliers to do this with, and I don't have my tools here.
And we need to put a longer tube on this.
Yeah. Right.
But that's not tubing's easy.